Good day, welcome to Martinez Design. So thanks for all the support we have been getting from you from beginning of the time we have started this uploading videos on regular basis on Revit frame projects across. So we're grateful to you for those who have been watching it for long. So this tutorial is another project entirely that we're starting afresh. So we are going to do Terrace Duplex here again. So this design came up to me by a developer who said just need something to present. So that is why I'm not going to present any properties line on anything here, because there's no survey plan for anything I want to do. So just take your time as we watch step by step how I was able to carry out. So let me give you the preamble of where we are driving at. So something like this was what I was able to design for and give to him. So I'm going to bring all this into reality. So we are going to start step by step. We design the ground floor, foundation, the aesthetic follow and everything the way we used to do. So if you are more interested in following us, I've seen it for the first time, this is what we do on daily basis. So thanks for those who have been following us for long. And then if you are just pleased with what we are doing, just subscribe to the channel and we'll become part of the family member. So if you need the templates, you know what to do. I've explained it several times. Just become a member and we'll move on. So now we are starting the project completely. So I'm going to start the whole activities for now. So first thing, I need to create grid, because that's the way I started it and just want to put, because different design come with different ideas. So I'm going to say architecture and come with grid. That's the way I started it, as I want to move on like that. So the first grid I create. So I created the second one, then I created the third one. So now as for this, now I only base my idea based on the vertical activity. So what I need to do is that I need to systematically give my grid spacing parts. So I'm going to say 4 meter, that is 400,000. So I'm going to click on this one as well, and I'm going to do the same 4 meter, that is 4,000 mm. So from here now, I'm not bothering about this for now. So I'm going to set up my wall to start with the wall completely. So the first thing I do is that I will go to wall. So a lot of you might be wondering, how did I come to this place? Not so deep, because if you have been following my channel, I've been displaying all these things for long, so I don't need to start from scratch and start showing you. So this is just my template that I've set some things in normal, like my foundation, level 1, level 2. That is where I start. If I need to go further, I create more level. So I've given the idea on how to create your own personal template. So you can search my channel and look at it all. You can just search YouTube, my channel, and then one of my video can pop up for you, or you can learn that from another channel, so I'll be able to move on from here. So just like focus on this, how we are able to create different kind of floor plan for a different kind of design challenges. So now this is the wall that I've drawn. I will get this one done straight up. So how do you know? So you can just check to take the full perimeter of this wall. Like the height is what, 3 meter. So I think that is okay for that. So the next thing I need to do now is that I have to be creating all these things in space. And remember, the way I used to do before, I'm just going to do things a little bit different than the one I used to do, but just concentrate, you're going to get the whole idea. So I'm going to divide this one as well. So I close this down, then I close this down. Now if I need to add more to it, I'm going with that, but let us start demarcating and giving partition to this, so that we come up with the functional space that is more robust for the kind of design we are doing. So the first thing I need to focus my attention on is my living room. That is the first thing that I need to focus attention on, and I don't joke with that. It's because that's the more aspect of entrance. So I'm going to get it done like this. So I have 3,300, which is not adequate for me, because remember I told you it will say that a specific land that I want to use. So that developer just came and said, okay, this is what I just give me a good terrace duplex. I want to submit it as a mini estate to acquire a land, and that's what we do mostly. If you are in Abuja, comfortable with the developer in Abuja, that's what they do. Most of them, you see Abuja littered with a lot of estates, so that is what most of them do and get those things done. So I'm going to say 33.8 meter for my living room to be stabilized. So I'm going to get that in place. So when I have the living room in place, you know, I've not gotten the entrance, so I'm going to place my entrance, and those things I need to be focus my attention on now. So the next thing I need to do now is other demarcation space. So I'm going to do this one by saying, let me just draw this to cut off this part. Now the idea will be coming to me now. So what are those spaces I'm creating when I have the sitting room here? What does the dining to have? I need to have a dining that will occupy that space for me. So I'm going to get a dining here. So where will the dining stay within this? The dining actually will stay at this particular position. The reason is that directs to the living room. So the kitchen is going to situate somewhere here as well. So the kitchen is going to be here, which is a beautiful aspect of it to recognize and to familiarize with. So I have kitchen here, I have dining here. So what is this place going to be? We are coming there to work on that. Now after we have done with that, there is something that come up idea with me that, okay, I need a guest room. So where will my guest room be? So I'm going to work on that one. So I'm going to divide this because this space is not going to be left empty. So I'm going to draw this one. So let me see, by 3,400. Then I close this space completely. So I'm going to do this by removing this, come here, then this one, I line it down. So now I form some room at this level. Yeah, so that's one room to stay at that particular position. But am I doing the right thing by extending into that level? I don't think so, because I want everything to be parallel. So I'm going to draw it back, unjoin, so that part will be deleted. So unjoin the aspect. So what else do I need to do to get this thing done? So I'm going to put this, I say draw, and let me just let this come to this level. So what I do is that I will allow that to stay for now, so my design still continue. So let me just be giving the component to be representing what I'm doing. But before then, let me click slab. I want to create slab for this particular position. Every other thing I will be adjusting them as I move on. So for now, let me just create that slab as a temporary part. So click. So you say okay, then component. Now I will click on component. So I'm going to bring a living, that is sofa, into this. So I'm going to bring sofa here now. Let sofa be here to represent something. So now good. So I'm going to get a bed space. So as I've said, the way I want to design this is different. So you need to follow through step by step to understand what I'm doing here. So and be able, as I said, if you are everything you are doing here, you are doing it for your own portfolio. Even though as a student, you know my focus is mainly involved on students. So at least you are a student, when you graduate, you'll be able to present something that's okay. Through this are the thing I do, and you'll be able to show it to your your portfolio and a real project template by yourself. It's not something that you now graduate and be seeking for. So things like that is necessary. Now let me say I need to look for a bed. Okay, so let's just say screen bed to this place. So let's use that as the bed space. So we have guest room, dining, guest room is like this in place, isn't it? So let's move on to the next thing. So most of these things are going to work on. So any other one that need editing, we still coming back to edit them. So I have this in place now. The next thing I need to do is to open this up. Let me open it that way, because I'm going to have arcway here. So after the arcway, what else do I need to do? I need to bring doors so that there will be link to everything I'm creating. So that is the link. So I'm going to have link here as well. But I'm coming, there's still more work to do here, because I'm not going to leave it that way. So I'm still going to do more work on that aspect. So now after I got this one, so there's something I need to do. My entrance is not going to be here, understand? There's still something I need to do here. My entrance is not going to be here, so let me say 3003 is not enough for me. So what I need to do is to extend it to beyond, but I will not extend it now until I have to do something. Now I have created living room, which is this. I've created a guest room. This is dining. Let me give the template for that it will be there for real. So template for that. Okay, this is dining. Now this is the kitchen. I will not put template for kitchen. Let it be in that area. So now what I need to do now is that I need to create link. What is the link? The link from ground floor to the upper floor. I'm not going to do the stair on this tutorial, but I just want to give the space down. So I will just say click, and I will say from here now just divide like into 2, or let me just use this one so that I will get the half accurately. So when I have that is 1/8, and then 1/8 on this side. But now I'm going to remove this by increasing this one to 1000. Let me say 200. Okay, so this one will remove to increase to 14. What is this? Too small for me. Let me just say 2100. I think it's 15 for that space. So when I have that in place, so the next thing I need to do is that I will now extend this to the front. Extend this one to the front as well. Then I close it off. Extend this, let it down, come to the front a bit. Then I will close them up here. Okay, so when I do that, then I will select this, then drag it in. Now what have I done? I've created this is stair part. So the stair part, this is the entrance, this is the foyer, this is entrance. Understand, entrance will be here. So I'm going to design this one in a separate manner. So this one going to be, so this is entrance. You enter to this to the house, because there is no way you can enter to this position. So when you enter to this place, so you have access from there. This one I'm going to break it now. So I'm going to divide, break it. So what I do, I drag this. Okay, more space, drag it in. So I'm going to do this here. So this is what I have here. So the entrance is open. You can just like toggle around and drag it to this position so that we have this one's web space. So I can shift it up again a bit. So I can shift it up a bit and move on. So the thing I'm creating it, and they are giving me the connection in which I need it. So now I will just like click. Let me just put some. Let's say this is kitchen. Good. So the next one will be, this is going to be stair hall. I'm not going to design it for now, so just leave it like that. Stairway. So let it be like that. So this is entrance. So with this now, I've demarcated all this space and I've given them the idea of how my design is going to look. So I want to extend this a little bit to the back. So now I need to have a terrace to this. I'm going to put this terrace at this dining side. So click and I will say great. So I will break this into 2. Okay, let's break it. Then 3. Then 3 again. Okay, that is, this is done. So I would like to open the opening for, so right there, this is going to come in. Okay, now you imagine that the doors are having issue, so it doesn't matter, we still need to adjust. We just have to adjust so that we accommodate every element that we have in the house. So I'm going to say just select these two, then move it a bit. Do the same thing here, move it so that sustain the dining for you. So the next is that you align this one to this, then align this to this. So align it, let it have, yeah. So I think the space are being given and they are accommodating each other perfectly. So that's how you design when you want to design for future purpose, because now I told you there is no property for this property boundary for this. So just let me create things. I want to see how far it looks. So that's what I'm doing in this case. So, and I'm arriving at somewhere like I've showed you before. So my destination is to get something idea of this nature, which I've done. So, and which I just let's just practice it, just model it. Let's see how far we go. So you can practice as much as possible, like yourself. So that is the entrance with the. So as far as you have look at it, so the next thing is that this place is going to be changed and adjust. So we have kitchen here now, which is okay, but after the kitchen, so the entrance to the kitchen is here. So we need to have a store area and every other thing. So how do we have a store in this particular situation? Because now this is a rice stand kitchen and we need a store that's going to accommodate something. So how would the kitchen be? Is it going to be like this? So I'm going to have a narrow kitchen, narrow store. It's going to run down like this. Good. So this is going to be like this, the narrow door. Then this is going to come up this way. Then I will rotate. I will click on this and say the door, which will have a door here. So adjust again so that it suits what I'm having it for. So I will do it this way by clicking. So that is it. So this is going to be the store for me. So the entrance of the door will be like this. So the kitchen is going to run through this part, then another run to this part. So anyhow, it's going to be designed. It's going to make a lot of sense, because why? There is going to be free flow around. So there's not going to be any kind of something. So let me just give the annotates to represent that, so that you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. So click on save. Let it save. So I don't have the project saving in anywhere yet, but I just like save somewhere. Just click a file. If you have the issue like that, so just click new file, new folder on the desktop, and anywhere you can be able to see. Just call it duplex design, duplex Terrace, sorry. So and just say Ctrl A, Ctrl C, then you can come here, then you paste this one, Ctrl V. So you see, you don't need to. So the name that I have looked for folder, definitely you can just use it for to update itself, and everything will be in order. So that is the way you go about such form of Revit sometimes. So we have done a lot of beautiful work with the plan for you to understand what we are getting our idea to. So what do we need now is to now focus on how the opening is going to be accessible and so many things like that. So we are not going to leave this one in this way, because we still need to work on it for a clarity. So I'm going to say I'm going to remove this one a bit, because I want to have a protection for this. That's just my idea. You may decide to have something different on your own. So I want to have protection for that. Why I save this one a bit in. Okay, so I'm going to select like that. So unjoin the elements, then drag this to suiting. So you see, it's going to give us different kind of thinking design. So I just want to protect this. I don't want it to be visible to whoever that is walking around. So this is 900, which is okay, but I'm going to increase it to 950, that will accommodate whatsoever we are bringing in there. So that somebody will be here, will not be seen directly that you not be seeing the occupier of this guest room directly. So it's just like a little bit aspect of privacy for whoever that we're going to occupy that area. So this is a part of what we have created in this. So living room, dining, kitchen, entrance, then stairway. So store for that matter. So let me just put the store where it's supposed to be. I'll call it store. Control A, stop. Okay, it's done. Now, as we have done with this, you still need to put this template where the template or the template is supposed to be. The component need to be somewhere. So I'm going to say there's WC for this toilet. You will ask me that there is no visitor toilet at the ground floor. There is visitor toilet. Visitor toilet is going to be somewhere here. Well, I'm not going to create it here, but let me just give it to idea so that you have it. So visitor toilet is going to occupy this position. So it's going to run through under the staircase. So it's still pass under the staircase and it's going to be very effective. So by the time we conclude the whole project, you are going to see the goodness of design we are making. So the annotate now is going to have something here from here to 400. Run it like this. So you do the same thing here. You just run it. So this is the kitchen. Cabinet is going to be here, and cabinet is going to be here. So there is some other thing that can be here. You can now run this one. Let's say I just push it back. Let me push it back. So I'm going to put this one, this wall. I'm going to put it back as well. So it's done. So now what I need to have is I can now have an island that rests on the wall. Understand what I'm saying? So just an island that can rest on the wall. So whenever you want to cut things or things like that, so somebody can be here, and be here. So let me just use a diagram to represent that. So you don't need to for now, because the architecture of kitchen is a different architecture entirely. So you can run things on your own way if you understand that progressive level. So that is it. Just have it like that. Somebody can be working in the kitchen for cutting and any other thing, so stay stable. So this is the aspect where we can draw attention to for this stage 1 of our tutorial. So in the next tutorial, we are going to focus now on the staircase, first floor, probably staircase and every other thing that we know that can work. So like we said, this is a single that is not going to be, this is the entrance. So there is no door at the entrance yet. So the kind of door we are going to put there depends on what we are creating. So we are going to put that when we come back for the next thing. So put opening where the opening is supposed to be and the visibility. So just get the plan right at the beginning. So in the next tutorial, we'll develop the remaining one. So thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. God bless you.